What's up, people of the internet? Today we're going to be unboxing the MC Chris Foreverrr Mega Deluxe Bundle. Let's get started. I finally got my MC Chris Foreverrr Mega Deluxe Bundle. Let's crack it open and see all the good stuff inside. Trusty knife. I don't go anywhere without it. Alright, so here's the manila folder. We've got 2 stickers. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see those, but a square one and a long one for MC Chris Foreverrr. I feel like I've been waiting forever for this, but well worth the wait. And then a green MC Chris Boba Fett button. And I am wearing my original MC Chris hoodie today because I knew this was coming. Pretty excited. And on that note, I got a new hoodie. MC Chris Foreverrr green Pac-Man Ghost. Pretty cool stuff. Feels really good. The material's very solid. It's gonna last me a while. This one's lasted me forever, so pretty cool with that. Got a tote bag, which is pretty cool. I can carry my nerdy stuff in here. Pretty good size. Again, decent material, so it should hold up for the test of time. Put that a little bit closer for you guys to see. Then we've got a poster, which most definitely will be making it onto the set. It's the album poster. You see Chris Foreverrr as a ghost. A ghost! And last but not least, the album. What I'm most excited for. And now with the release of the album, it did take a little bit longer to get here because I don't know if you can see, he autographed it right here. Super awesome. I have about 3 or 4 of his albums autographed. I go to see him every time he's in Austin. Pretty big fan, so I'm really excited for this album. So I'm gonna take a look at everything inside here and let's get to the review part. Well, what can one say about MC Chris? I guess a little bit of backstory is in order to kind of let you know where I came from when I first started listening to MC Chris. It was some years ago. A friend of mine was like, hey, we're going to go up to Austin and see this rap guy. And he really wanted me to come along. And I was like, well, who is it? And he's like, it's this guy, MC Chris. And I was like, oh, so is he just like traditional rapper or what's going on? What's his story? He's like, oh, no. He's like a nerd rapper. And I was like, what? My mind was couldn't wrap around what I was hearing. And he was like, yeah, he just, rhymes and beats, just all about nerd culture instead of all the other stuff. And I was like, okay. So I jumped in the car, and on the way there, I got my first experience with MC Chris. We listened to Eating's Not Cheating, and I believe Dungeons Masters of Ceremonies had just come out, so we were listening to that as well. And that's what the tour was for. So, got to the show, and I was instantly hooked. The beats were amazing, his lyrics were entertaining and intelligent, and to put it that lightly, his hooks were amazing. I picked up on him right away, and I felt like I had been listening to him forever. So the show was over, and they were like, oh yeah, you can come meet him at the merch table. And this to me was completely foreign. So went to the merch table, shook his hand, took a picture with him, and I've done so now for every album he's come to Austin for since. The last show that we went to was where he announced MC Chris Foreverrr, and 2 of my favorite things came out of that show. A new album and Ghostbusters. He's done albums like Marshmallow's Playground and MC Chris is Dead and stuff like that. And they were all good albums, but something about this album had me really excited. He had some things go on as far as in his life, with his father passing away and then even, becoming sober. and I commend him for that. It's a hard choice to make, especially in the public eye. However, with now being able to hear this album, MC Chris Foreverrr, it is a complete rebirth of why I loved MC Chris in the beginning. Fresh sounds, great beats and hooks. The subject matter is amazing. I mean, come on, we're talking Ghostbusters, Luigi's Mansion. I think there's a Clue song in here, a song about Wednesday Addams. I'll cover that in a minute. But I wanted to kind of give MC Chris a thank you for this album because it really spoke to me in ways that I can't begin to explain. So let's get into a few of the tracks on the new album. The first one that I enjoyed purely on subject matter was Where the Ghost At. All about Peter Venkman. You know, Bill Murray's big guy for me, one of my true idols in comedy. And the song's all about him. Got some really good simple beats as well as some great quotes worked into the rap that really just bring it home. It was a win-win. You're rapping about Bill Murray, the song's gonna be awesome. The next one I wanted to kind of talk about, which is one of the more underappreciated games that came out of the GameCube era and now into the 3DS era, Luigi's Mansion. You know, he dons the green shirt and blue overalls, talking about catching ghosts with the vacuum. Kind of goes a play on Mario a little bit about how he always wants to go off and save the girl. Luigi's here to just save the world. I'm okay with that. The song itself is very reminiscent to the soundtrack of Luigi's Mansion and really just brings it all home. A song that I really picked up on as well was Discord. Not because the song was groundbreaking or had an interesting beat in any way. More or less it was for the subject matter. You know, being a nerd, and we've talked about this in episode of Nerds of the Round, I'm sorry, was you know, being picked on as a nerd. And this is song's all about, you know, I'm gonna like what I'm gonna like, and you can like it too, but if not, that's okay, but don't tread on me for it. You know, don't impose your will on me because you don't like what I like. And I think that in this day and age with cyberbullying and everything going on, it was a really important message, and I thank him for that, especially for the nerds of the future. And if I have a little nerd, I'll definitely, you know, want to instill those values in him as well. Or her, sorry. Another song that I really enjoyed was Foreverrr, the title track for the album. It was just a really nice, interesting song where MC Chris had talked about not being able to tour as much simply because the venues were saying kids weren't buying tickets to rap shows. They were more into EDM and trance. And this song kind of gives me that feeling. There's a transcendence there. He grows, and he uses a very similar tone to that beat and that into that music to kind of show where he's grown and adapting to the changing environment in the music industry. And of course, the last one I really wanted to talk about is Clue. Favorite game as a kid. I mean, my parents hated that I would pull that box out of the closet all the time and be like, I want to play. There were not always enough people to play. Also a really good movie from the 80s, Tim Curry and Christopher Lloyd as Professor Plum. If you haven't seen that movie, you're doing yourself a huge injustice not seeing that movie. You can watch the movie, listen to the song, all the references are there. It was great to see Mr. Chandler back. I won't give you any spoilers, but really, really cool skits. They did seem to kind of go on a little bit longer than I would have anticipated, but it was almost Mel Brooksian in that they went so long that they become funny again, and I appreciate that. And so with the album in hand, in my ears, and in my car, and everywhere I go, I can definitely say that this album gets 5 nerd glasses out of 5. Oh, what are your favorite MC Chris moments or songs? Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also go and check out our other videos, or you can jump over to facebook.com/strictlynerd to see what we're talking about, or even follow me on Twitter @strictlynerd. I'm Brian Pruitt, and my backpack's got jets.